Welcome to Sports Talk with Tom Watkins on the edge. That's me, I'm Tom Watkins. And like I said earlier in today's show, we're going to be previewing the Chicago Bears game tonight against the New York Jets on Monday Night Football, as well as talking about the Chicago Blackhawks. They have their training camp festival today at the United Center. I wish like hell I was there, but I am here in Peoria on the radio talking to y'all. So let's kick it off here. We're going to start off by talking about the Chicago Bears here tonight. Play the New York Jets. We talked about last week with the San Francisco 49ers game. It was a huge game. They came back and won. Unbelievable fashion. Now the game tonight is going to be interesting. A lot of people are wondering, well, who's got the edge here, Bears or Jets? A lot of people say that the Jets' defense is going to be something to watch out for, but also their offense isn't too bad either. We talked about last week with Geno Smith, the way Rex Ryan is running that offense with going through him. It's not a bad team. The Green Bay Packers played them last week. They came back and beat them, but it should be interesting. The downfall of the Bears this week, though, is that Peanut Tillman, he's out for the whole season. That's a big downer. But hopefully Kyle Fuller, the guy who stepped up last week, can come in and step up here again like he did last week as well. We're hoping tonight that we can see more out of a guy like Lamar Houston. I was watching CSN, and they're talking about how Jared Allen hasn't really done that much either. Both him and Lamar Houston haven't really done anything yet this season. I don't know about that. I liked how Jared Allen played last week, personally. Lamar Houston, on the other hand, I agree. I don't think he's shown that much. I hope he steps up tonight. This is an ESPN big stage here. In New York, so we'll see what happens. They're both 1-1. Should be a good game. Starts at 7:30. Yeah. Some of the other games this past week were interesting. I was watching the biggest punk. I guess the biggest fall. I guess you could say. Falcons and Buccaneers. Falcons beat the Buccaneers 56-14. Devin Hester returns his 20th career touchdown of a punt return, and he passes Deion Sanders. Yeah, Deion Sanders for the record. I wish he would have done that in a Bears uniform, but that's okay. I mean, sorry, I guess. At least he got there. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that, honestly. I wish like hell he would have done that in the Bears uniform. He had ample opportunities to do it past 5 How long was he with the Bears? 5 years? 7 years? 7 years, right? Because he came in 06, 07. 06 was his first year because that was 05, 06. That was the Super Bowl year. Yeah, so about 7, 8 years. Damn. I don't know what to tell you, boys. But the Falcons, that game was interesting. The Buccaneers are... their quarterback is Josh McCown, who was the Bears' backup last year, and you also have on that team Lovie Smith. He's the head coach, and to be embarrassed like that on national television, because now the Thursday Night Football on NFL Network, they also simulcast it onto CBS, which is nice because guys like me who don't have cable get to watch the games. It was just a butt whooping. Like I didn't really watch it that much. I think I had it on and off. I don't remember what I was doing on Thursday night, but I don't think I was really watching it that much. And then it's just and I saw on Facebook it was like this mercy rule should have even be considered a game, and yeah, it was brutal. But with that being said, then the other games some of the other games, Cowboys, they came back against the Rams. They won 34-31. They came back. They were down 21-0, or they were down by like 21 points, and they came back and won. I hate the Cowboys so damn much. You know what? You give them that credit, but come December, they're going to choke again. I mean, granted, they're missing Sean Lee and all that, and that's all good and well. I just hate the Cowboys. I hate the hype around them that ESPN gives them. They give them so much hype, and other people give them hype too. And for what? They've been 8-8 the past 3 years. They've gotten to the last game of the season. They win. They get in the playoffs, and they don't do it. They choke. It's a joke. They choke, and it's a joke. Choke. Another game, Chargers and Bills. They won 22-10. Chargers have been playing pretty good. I mean, they're 2-1, but they beat the Seahawks last week too. Granted, this was the Bills and it's whatever, and the Bears lost to the Bills too, but being biased. But the Chargers aren't playing too bad. Redskins Eagles. That was a good game. Eagles are 3-0. They came back. That was like neck and neck, and the Eagles won 37-34. You know, that Eagles team last year was pretty good too. They're an exciting team to watch. They're young, they're fast, and they can move. I mean, they can make some plays. I like what they're doing. Giants beat the Texans 30-17. Saints got a win finally. They won 20-9 against the Vikings. Titans Bengals. Bengals are 3-0 as well. They beat the Titans 33-7. Pretty good. Bengals aren't a bad team. I mean, I don't know if they're Super Bowl contenders. I don't think so. I think they're missing a couple pieces still, but they're not a bad team. Ravens squeaked by this. They kicked a field goal in the final seconds of the game to win 23-21 against the Cleveland Browns. The other big game in our division, in the Bears division, Lions-Packers. Lions beat the Packers 19-7. I don't know what happened to the Packers in that game. You would think that should have been an easy win for the Packers, but it wasn't. Obviously not, and I don't know what happened. The Packers just blew it. I was surprised at that score. Colts pummeled the Jaguars 44-7. The Patriots beat the Raiders 16-9. The 49ers lost again to the Cardinals. Cardinals won 23-14. Cardinals are 3-0 right now, which is pretty good. But once again, that's one of those teams that's early in the season, so. Although, who knows, because the 49ers aren't looking too good right now. The Chiefs and Dolphins, Chiefs won 34-15, and then the Sunday night game, Steelers and Panthers. Steelers just pummeled the Panthers. And I thought that game, I was watching that game last night, I thought it had been a lot closer than it was. 37-19, though, that's just, I don't know what happened. I mean, the Steelers, granted, they're a hot and cold team, I think. I think there's games where they play really well, and there's games where they suck. They absolutely suck. And the Panthers are a team that's on the rise, and I thought that would have been a lot closer game. The Steelers just kind of blew them out, and then after a while, the Panthers ended up both teams ended up putting in their second string guys. They pulled Cam Newton, they pulled Roethlisberger, and whatnot. The Sunday afternoon game, Broncos and Seahawks. This was an interesting game. The Seahawks were up by 7. They were up 17-3 in the fourth quarter, and then the Broncos came back, and in the last minute of the game, they scored a touchdown. The Broncos did, and then they tied it with a 2-point conversion. Then went to overtime, and Seahawks just ran the ball, gave it to Marshawn Lynch, and ran it in for the touchdown. They won in overtime, final score 26-20. I guess the Broncos learned a lesson from the Super Bowl. But, you talk about Super Bowl contenders here, and for me, it's always really hard to say who's like a Super Bowl contender, because you got guys like, you got these, obviously the Seahawks, you're gonna look at them as a Super Bowl contender. It's tough because of course I'd like to say the Bears are in the mix. I don't know if they are. I mean, I'd like to say that they are. Who knows though? But it's kind of up in the air, honestly. It's really gonna come down to this. You gotta win your division. That's really what it's gonna come down to. The Bears gotta win the division, hands down. They can win I don't know if we're gonna get the wild card. There's too many good teams in the NFC to say that, oh yeah, the Bears can get into the wild card, because I don't know if that's gonna happen. So if we win the division, we can get a lock. And right now it's looking, it's up for grabs right now. I know it's still early, but it's up for grabs. This game will be a good game tonight, though, with the Jets. I think we can win this game tonight. I don't see why we lose this game. Jets are a decent team, but I don't see how we lose this game. Should be a fun one. So with that, I'm going to take a break. When we come back, let's start talking about the Chicago Blackhawks. Training camp today was at the United Center, going on right now. Yeah, we'll discuss some more Hawk stuff. Man, my tongue is like dry. More Hawks talk here on Sports Talk with Tom Watkins. So stay tuned.
Yeah, you see that my hit is unacceptable.